You've been stuck in the approval-seeking dopamine loop, and that's the equivalent of a lab rat pressing the lever for a sugar pellet, shrinking itself each time, convincing its nervous system that hiding, hesitating, and staying small equals safety. Your brain went Pavlovian on you. Every time you made yourself smaller for someone else, you got that little hit. Good boy, good girl. They didn't reject you. And just like a slot machine addict, your neurons, they kept firing the same fucking pattern until it became default code. Now let's reframe. Imagine a garden path. For years, you've been walking the same track. Hesitation, approval, shrink. The grass on the path is worn down. Dirt exposed, easy to follow. That's your old neural pathway. But over there's a new direction, risk, boldness, creation. Right now, it's tall grass. Feels awkward to walk through. But every time you choose risk instead of shrink, you trample the grass a little more. And that new path becomes the highway. Neuroplasticity, neurons that fire together, wire together. You literally sculpt your nervous system like clay by where you put your attention and repetition. A village had 2 blacksmiths. One sharpened weapons of fear, always preparing for attack. Another forged tools of creation, ploughs, hammers, vessels. Whichever blacksmith the villagers bought their iron to became stronger. Your mind is the village. Every time you bring it fear, approval-seeking and hesitation, the blacksmith of shrinkage grows powerful. But the moment you start handing him different iron, risk, boldness, creation, the other blacksmith grows. Soon the old one weakens. His forge goes cold. Which forge are you feeding? Science backs this. Dopamine. It's not just a pleasure molecule. It's a motivation signal. It fires strongest not when you get the reward, but when you anticipate it. Right now your brain anticipates relief when you shrink. That's why it feels so damn automatic. When you flip the circuit, reward yourself for boldness, risk, action, you retrain the system. Eventually, hesitation feels like death, and action feels like life. Next time you hesitate before speaking in a meeting, take a breath and say one bold sentence. Reward yourself, smile. That's you carving a new groove. Instead of checking if someone liked your post, close the app. Journal your own pride in what you created. Dopamine hit, owned by you. When fear shows up, what if they don't approve? Reframe it. Good, more resistance, more weight on the barbell, more strength for me. The big picture. Entire civilizations rot when they worship approval instead of creation. Rome collapsed, not because it lacked brilliance, because it lost boldness. Humanity itself evolves only when risk-takers override the herd's need to stay safe. By rewiring yourself, you're not just healing, you're participating in evolution itself. If I risk, I'll get rejected. If you don't risk, you're already rejecting yourself every day. I need approval to feel safe. Safety doesn't come from being invisible. That's how prey animals live. Safety comes from strength, training your nervous system to be at home in risk. It's selfish to be bold. Bullshit. Shrinkage creates the world of your gifts. Boldness, it's service, because creation feeds everyone. Why is this important? Karma, cause and effect. Every time you choose shrinkage, you plant a seed of regret. Regret grows into bitterness, bitterness into paralysis. But every time you choose boldness, you plant a seed of expansion. That grows into mastery, and mastery into legacy. What tree do you want shading your future? Here's the confusion to change principle. When the brain gets hit with paradox or contradiction, it opens a crack. Approval feels safe, but keeps you small. Risk feels dangerous, but frees you. Which one's actually safe? This confusion cracks the old code, so we can lead the brain into a new pattern: reward risk, wire boldness, fire creation. So here's how you already do this unconsciously. You learn to walk by falling over and over. You risked, wired balance, fired movement. You didn't sit in the corner waiting for approval. You learn language by babbling nonsense until words stuck. You rehearsed risk, wired fluency, fired communication. Every skill you mastered followed the formula: risk, mistake, adjustment, mastery. You already are this, you just forgot. Now imagine your life if this belief fully integrates. Instead of hesitation before opportunities, you feel a surge, like an athlete hearing the starter pistol. Instead of craving likes, you crave impact. Instead of fearing judgment, you see it as proof you're pushing the edge. Instead of defaulting to shrinkage, you default to boldness. Positive consequences of following this: you become magnetic. People trust leaders who risk. You create shit that lasts. You feel alive. If you don't follow this, you stay in the dopamine loop, older, bitter, scrolling for approval, shrinking until you disappear. And so, the command: rehearse risk, wire power, fire creation, flip the fucking circuit, say it, write it, breathe it. Every time you feel the old approval itch, remind your brain, we don't feed that forge anymore. You got rewarded for shrinking, but that was counterfeit society. The real safety, the real life, it's in boldness. Start small, repeat often, reward risk, and soon boldness. It won't feel like risk at all. It'll feel like home. So I'll ask you, do you want to keep pressing the lab lever for scraps of approval? Or do you want to break the cage and build your own damn forge?